Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. A little smaller field than was anticipated. I think some guys might have got lost in the corn maze on the way to Iowa Speedway, or maybe they did not get their Doctor Who card and were not able to get all their junk into the TARDIS and get back to 2011. We're at the old Iowa Speedway, circa 2011. A very bumpy, abrasive racetrack. It's kind of hard to get a hold of. It is multi-groove racing. The guys will be able to go to the top. They'll be able to go to the bottom. Turns 3 and 4 especially be able to run right through the middle. 1 and 2, maybe the bottom in the middle. Top side, pretty rough. Really difficult to get a grip on the track up there. But a lot of places to go roam and race. Last week's winner on the screen right now, Lucas Hoytsma. Absolutely destroyed the field at Darlington last week. Lapped all the way up to third place. A couple of late cautions gave us 5 cars back on the lead lap, and yeah, for 100 laps, he was every bit of it. So, at least one new face in here tonight, Dave Hoytsma. The other Hoytsma, the older Hoytsma, here as well this evening. He'll be in the 79 car. Look at our friend, Mr. Garrett Boyd here, and he is a little free on the exit to turn 4. Said he was chunking everything at the car, including the kitchen sink. He wanted to try to put it over and hang it on the left rear. See if he could get a little bit of weight on the left rear of the car. So he did not have to work his hands that fast. And you can see inside the window, he is working them. He is sawing logs. This place is very tough. It is very tricky. You got to be really good at managing your right foot. And yep, here he comes with the drift. It's something that he does a lot. He don't mind drifting the car. He's crazy when he's out there, but he has a lot of fun. It's fun to watch him. All right. We are down to it. Practice about to end. Happy hour over. That means qualifying. Your top 5 in points are here. Those 5 drivers, no matter where they qualify tonight, they will go to the back of the field. In reverse order, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Casey Graves, Ross Cato, Galen Gidman, Garrett Boyd, Michael Larch, your top 5. Gidman on the clock. Lap number 1. He was quickest in the practice session. He put down a qualifying lap early in the session and then tried to tweak some things into the race setup. And he does not like whatever that was. And here comes Galen Gidman. Ross Cato, quickest, 23.744. Garrett Boyd, 23.653. Team 204. Welcome to the chat. A little disappointed that you're not out here, Mr. Vinny. Hello, Ken. Hoytsma. Lucas Hoytsma, 23.53. Goes to the top. Michael Larch was pretty quick in his qualifying practice session, so He did that early in the happy hour. We'll see what he can do. Okay. Okay. Just don't throw them over the catch fence, please. We don't have a lot of cautions in this series. Here comes Michael Larch on his first lap. It looked pretty solid. We'll see where he goes to. He goes to the top. 23.456. Gidman, 23.398. Not quite as quick as his previous lap, but pretty good. Stephen Pearson, 8th quick at a 23.73. I do not see Doyle Lawrence. I do not see Mike Forstner, Casey Craves, Dave Hoitzma, Daniel Llewellyn, or Kevin Spaulding. Oh, boy. He said daddy duty. Ha! We'll see if anybody else decides to put one out there. I don't know. I know a couple of these guys had to go to the back. I know Gidman was trying to get some bonus points. Larch, Hoitzma, Cato, Stidham, all with qualifying points right now. I thought I saw Nick Cooper's name come into the server. Maybe not. I could have sworn I saw that he logged in. I've been wrong in the past. I'll be wrong in the future. It's kind of part of it. Drivers meeting going on right now. I want to remind everybody tomorrow night, tune in. About 8:40-ish Eastern. Midwest Truck Series is going to kick off their new season. They'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway to kick things off. And then we'll roll around after the 4th of July. I wish everybody a happy 4th. Celebrate big time, but do not be silly and blow yourself up with fireworks or go around people who are too stupid to set them off. We'd love to see you back. Like to see you in chat. Like to see you back on the racetrack if you're not here tonight. And, we don't want anything to happen. Celebrate the 250th anniversary of a wonderful nation. But do it with a little bit of class and a whole lot of common sense for us. Next week, Truck Series start things off at Richmond. And then Tuesday night, League versus League. Digital Sim Racing League versus Midwest Truck Series. They'll be at Kansas for 100 lapper to see which league has bragging rights. So make sure you tune in to that. And then Wednesday night, Midwest right back at it again. Shout outs to all our sponsors, everybody that helps us put these on tonight. Philip, True Southern Florida Living. Justin in Jersey over at BeefOBradys. Steve Llewellyn, Edmund Trophy, Scott King at Scott King Designs. All the admins, everybody that helps us do this whole thing, man. Ton of fun. And without them, we couldn't bring it to you. Couldn't have any fun with it. So, looking at the starting lineup, it is the 94 of Galen Gidman. He'll move to the back of the field tonight, 3rd in the points. Michael Larch will stay on the outside of the front row in the 4-car. Lucas Hoitzma, well, he's going to get the start on the pole again, and I got a feeling that the rest of this field is going to be racing for 2nd place once again. 12 of Ross Cato. Cato 2nd in the points. He'll move to the back. Kobe Stidham in the 36, row 3 inside. Cliff Mullins of 44. Mullins just now fell out of the top 5 last week. So he'll get to stay up there where he qualified at. Garrett Boyd, another of our top 5 drivers. 21 car out of row number 4. He'll go to the back. Stephen Pearson, the 83, will remain where he is. The 51 of Jonathan Scott and the 81 of Dean Gagliano in row number 5. Row 6, your points leader, Casey Graves, the 01. He'll be the very tail end car when we kick this thing off. And he has, they say, Daddy Dave Hoitzma, the 79, to his outside in that 6th row. Row 7, Doyle Lawrence, the 88, Mike Forstner in the 69, and your final row this evening, Daniel Allen in the 23, Kevin Spaulding in the Popo 25. And there is that European police car. Good evening, Mr. Bill. Well, you just pick. You come and you race. It's open to 60 drivers. Only 40 of you get to stay after qualifying. It's pretty simple. There's somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 people that are registered to race. So, we'll see who all we get. If you happen to finish on the podium, you get to say, hey, representing Midwest Truck Series. I'm representing DSRL, whichever. We don't care. We're doing it for fun and, a little bit of bragging rights. If I can get my graphics guy to finish things up, we're going to have a kick-ass trophy to give away, too. But I got to get some things done with that guy. I got to talk to him. Got to massage the right button. All right. We're getting ready to go green. The lights are off on the pace car. 125 times we will go around the Iowa Speedway, the old version of the Iowa Speedway. '23 car, Mr. Llewellyn, trying to catch up and get in line. I think he found his spot. Got a little blink out of the 4. We'll see if they can square that up. Larch, Boyd, Gidman, Cato, Graves. That's your top 5. Spalding and Forstner, for whatever reason, starting behind them. You can talk to Scott about that. That should have been done in 2U a long time ago.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag's in the air. We are underway 125 times around. We'll see how far off in the distance that 46 car can fly. He's got the 44, the 36, so 3 of the True Speed guys in a line right there. The next car, 4th place. That's the first non-True Speed driver. That's Stephen Pearson. I saw Jonathan Scott move high. Side by side, Lawrence and Larch. And Larch already carving his way through. Michael Larch up to 7th. There's Dave Hoitzman, the 79 rookie debut here with the series. He's got Galen Gidman. All right, behind him, Garrett Boyd, Daniel Llewellyn, Ross Cato, Casey Graves, then Spalding and Forstner. Those two going to argue with each other over 15th and 16th right now. Side by side in front of them, Cato and Graves. Graves kind of trapped in behind the 23 of Llewellyn. He was running the high line in the practice session. Not quite enough to get to Llewellyn's quarter and make him give up the line. Right now, Lucas Hoitzma, and, well, he's starting to yard him. He's just really, he doesn't have a 6,200 I rating for nothing. He's really, really good. Mullins, Stidham side by side for 2nd and 3rd, and then it's side by side. Well, it was almost side by side. I thought Larcher was going to get a run out of 4. Just didn't materialize. I think the right rear slid a little bit, or he would have pulled alongside Pearson right there. Let's go figure out where are all of our drivers. Where is Michael Larch? Michael Larch is now up to 4th. So Larch is on a charge. 5 laps in, and he's moved himself all the way from about 11th or 12th into the top 4, and he's closing in on the guys in front of him. He is making tracks. We'll move back a ways. Gidman and Hoitzma, and now Boyd and Hoitzma are side by side. That's Ross Cato and Casey Graves right there. These guys not really going to worry about tires. Fuel is not a problem. It's a 2-stop race. You can get there pretty easily. They got 2 changes of tires tonight. So we're going to see who can go fast and who can make fast last here, because the fall off is pretty drastic. They'll lose a couple of seconds over the course of that 45-lap run. Lucas Hoytsma is just in another zip code. Man, that guy is quick. If he was here the whole season, he definitely would probably have to start at the back every night, just because he'd be that far ahead in points, I think. It's only 56 points from first to second right now in this series. I think it's only like 53 points from first to second in the truck series now once the drop week's kicked in. So our points battles are not far and away. No one's running away with anything. Michael Larch still fourth, but he has made it to the rear bumper of Kobe Stidham's number 36. Oh, and now they're going to make contact getting down into turn 3, and both drivers going to be able to save it and continue. And Larch had a moment where he thought maybe he might go after him again, and Stidham kept it closed down. It's going to cost Larch a spot. Hello, Jane. Tiny Dancer in the chat as well. So Larch back around Steven Pearson. Still trying to reel Gagliano in, who got by him. And if you look, that's the 94. There's Miami Vice. Galen Gidman. That's one of the house cars. And Gidman already seeing if the top side is going to give him some momentum, and he used it to squirt right past Steven Pearson right there. Hoytsma is absolutely go. There is nobody in the frame. He is 2.5 seconds ahead of the field. Mullins and Stidham were nose to tail, and then the little bit of contact opened up a gap. It's about 1.1 seconds. And now Michael Larch trying to work around his teammate, Dean Gagliano, and get back to the fourth spot. And he's got Galen Gidman closing in on him. And Gagliano not just rolling over and giving the 4-car free pass. He's keeping the 81 on the outside, and he's got all the momentum right now. Gidman caught up to Larch, and he's not been able to find a way to make a move to go around. Now he'll try the high side. They were spread out 3 different lanes right there. As Larch will go to the high side on Gagliano. I think he's going to have it this time. Down here in 1 and 2, he should have enough momentum to carry the center. And now Larch will get back to fourth. Gidman working on fifth. He'll pass the 81 on the high side. That gives a little bit of a thought to the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Will he try to go to the high side down here in 1 and 2? And Gagliano covers the middle. Dirty air, while there isn't a whole lot of it, it does affect the cars. And it'll affect them pretty quickly. It is so hard to make a pass down on the bottom here. If you do not clear by center corner, you are not going to be able to get up and use the outside of the racetrack for your exit line. Let's drop back Dave Hoytsma, trying to get by Steven Pearson. And Casey Graves is right behind him. And then Jonathan Scott in that line, and Ross Cato has fallen back a little bit. I think Cato had a loose moment. Car got away from him out of turn 2 a couple of laps ago, and he lost a lot of spots. Doyle Lawrence 13th here in the 88. Daniel Llewellyn just got around Mike Forstner at the end of the last lap to take over the 14th spot. And then it is Forstner and Spalding. Kevin Spalding, 9.2 seconds behind Lucas Hoytsma. Hoytsma 4 seconds ahead of Cliff Mullins. And now Michael Larch to the high side, trying to complete the pass on Kobe Stidham. He's going to get the job done. And Galen Gidman is lurking right there. Here we go. Garrett Boyd under fire. Dave Hoytsma. Casey Graves as they all try to work by the 81 of Dean Gagliano. Almost door-to-door contact there between Graves and Gagliano. A little transition happening as the lights come on around the speedway. We're losing our sunlight. We paid the electric bill, unlike a few weeks ago when we were over at Lime Rock. We forgot to pay the electric bill, and they didn't turn the lights on for the last 3 or 4 laps. No such problems here tonight. We figured out what accounting was doing wrong, and we got it all solved. There goes Kevin Spaulding off the top side of turn number 2, and he'll rock it right by Mike Forshner. And those guys are going into 3 just about the time that Lucas Hoytsma is in the middle of turns 1 and 2. So this stays green. Hoytsma is going to do what he did at Darlington last week, and he is going to start lapping cars pretty quickly. Cliff Mullins, no challengers from behind yet, but Larch is closing the gap. Like the paint on that race car. There's Michael Larch, Kobe Stidham, Galen Gidman, and Garrett Boyd. We're back through 6th here. And I can tell you what, Casey Graves got around Dave Hoytsma, and now he's reeling in the car in front of him. He was faster last lap, and he is faster. He's about the same this lap. Did not close the gap on Garrett Boyd. Just about the same. 3/100ths of a second, the difference. We're about halfway through the fuel run, a little more than halfway. Hoytsman just clicking laps out. He's the only guy under 24.8 on the whole racetrack. I mean, he's barely under, but he's still the only car under 24.80. He's just smooth. He just, runs right over the same tire tracks every single lap. That's how you build a 4.5 second lead. Just be smooth at all times. Kevin Spaulding starting to pick drivers off. He'll get Daniel Llewellyn right here, it looks like. Maybe not. Llewellyn had the high side, and Spaulding could not get the car to kind of exit right there. Man, we need a competition caution, Scotty. Come throw one. Kind of the best racing on the track right now is Jonathan Scott found a little bit of fence coming out of turn number 4 and broke his momentum. It's going to let everybody kind of get there. Yeah, you may know a guy, but is that guy willing to do it? There's some guys sitting in turn 1 that are throwing beer cans at the catch fence. I think one got through. Maybe 2. Here we go. Caution. Oh, 79 car. Let's go see what happened to this driver here. It looks like turn 2 may be the culprit. Oh, that's a lick. Man, that's a hard lick. That's a pretty hard lick right there. Yeah, he put a flat spot on the fence over there. That'll tighten the field up. We'll see. Everybody's going to go to pit road. Nobody's going to stay out here, I don't think. So let us try to take a moment. And let's see if we can get Dave Hoytsma real quick. Dave Hoytsma, you there? Oh, well, he declined his interview. Declined his interview, and he bailed right on out on us, unfortunately. Not going to get a chance to talk to him. So we'll grab somebody else here in just a moment. Let's see. Who can we find? Talk to right here. Cliff Mullins, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. You've had about 25 laps, 35 laps here to figure out what this track is going to do, what it feels like. What's it going to take to go and catch that 46 car tonight?
Freaking miracle. I don't think I got a chance at catching him. Yeah, Garrett flipped this thing around here. I think he may have went fuel only or 2 tires, so maybe that'll hold the 46 up enough for me to be able to do something. But I think just with the overall speed and a long run right there, like I kind of felt like I was catching him a little bit, but I wasn't nearly as fast enough as I needed to have a shot at him.
Yeah, it looks like. Well, we know this track eats tires, but it looks like the sun's going down. The grip level coming up at all?
Yeah, it definitely is. You can definitely feel it getting tighter as the track cools off. So, made a few adjustments here to it. See if we can't keep this thing turning pretty good in the center. So when we're beating everybody else, you just can't beat the 46.
Well, tell me about that car, that paint scheme. I kind of like the references on the car. So tell me what that's all about.
This is actually what I ran for Memorial Day for Charlotte. But it's got the Rangers logo on it. I play Arma Reforger a lot and do a lot of mill sim. We actually do a mill sim of the 75th Rangers. So they threw it on the car for me. I got their logo on here as well. So pretty cool to have that on board. But I figured since it's so close to 4th of July, we'd go on and run it.
There we go. Love the patriotism, man. Well, good luck out there. See what you can't do with running that 46 down.
Yep, 10-4.
Cliff Mullins in the 44 car. Let's get ready for the restart. And he said Boyd tried to flip the script. I don't know if Boyd did no tires, 2 tires. If I know him, he would have put 8 on it if they'd let him. Green flag back in the air. Boyd got a pretty good start. We'll see how long this holds Hoytsma back. Yeah, it looks like for about 2 corners. Here he comes with a head of steam on the outside. Boyd got back in the corner pretty high. I think it's just too much on the high side. And 2 tires, no tires was worth it to get up front and lead a lap. We'll see what happens with the rest of the run. As there goes Hoytsma, Larch, Mullins, Stidham. Here comes Graves. There's Gidman, Cato. So 4 of your top 5 right here in a bundle. Larch is up there second. These guys have to go to the back week in, week out when they're in the top 5 in points. It's a challenge for those drivers. And here inside of 40 laps, they have overcome the challenge for the most part. I think Gibman got down into 1 and 2, got super tight right there. He had to wait just a moment for the car to settle, and now he's going to struggle. Maybe a little contact between he and Garrett Boyd, and that puts Ross Cato in a position to try to attack him. They're 3 wide on our front stretch. Here comes Kevin Spaulding up inside the top 10. He's 9th right now. And Cato got a run off the bottom. The 94 of Gidman slipped a little on the exit of 2 coming over the hill. He had to check up. That checked up Garrett Boyd. And now Kevin Spaulding is trying to take advantage. Mike Forstner. Little move in the 69 car. Still not used to seeing that thing in black and blue. That was tonight, Mr. King. We got a second one tonight. Well, Lucas Hoitzman doing Lucas Hoitzman stuff. Back to the point. He's trying to ease away from Michael Larch. Larch is doing everything that he can to try to keep up, but it's 6.5 tenths right now. Mullins is still in 3rd, but Graves is putting pressure on him, and then Stidham is putting himself back in the 5th spot. He was trying to put pressure on him. I don't know how he fell back because just a moment ago, those 3 cars were nose to tail. Cato and Gidman, they're just a little ways off. Cato's about 1.5 seconds off, and then Gidman and Spaulding having themselves a bit of a moment here. Everybody pitted on the caution. That was lap 33. You be within 2 laps of making it, you save a little fuel. Don't know why, if anybody put anything other than 4 tires on, but if you didn't, you're going to have to pray for a late race caution or something. And Garrett Boyd restarted on the front, led a lap. He is 13th, and he is already 8 seconds off of our leader. He is at the stripe, and Hoitzma is off of turn 2. Jonathan Scott, 15th. Doyle Lawrence, 14th. Garrett Boyd. Then Llewellyn. And Llewellyn trying to make a move on Gagliano. I just think the bottom is so hard to get any speed on the exit. And the guy that's above you has all the momentum and a clean line. He should be able to hold on and drive away if he's on anything equal on tires. Llewellyn not giving up on that bottom. There's Stephen Pearson. He's 10th. Forster now 9th. Spaulding and Gidman have things settled out. And Spaulding is 8th. Gidman is 7th. Cato. Stidham. There's Graves. He's 4th now. Mullins still 3rd. Larch still 2nd. I'll tell you, Hoitzma is not getting away this time. And Michael Larch is keeping Hoitzma honest. He has kept it at about 6 to 7 tenths of a second since he got clear of the masses a few laps ago. Scotty King, what you doing, buddy? Now the gap's starting to open up just a little bit. That time by, they ran a 70 and a 73, and then all of a sudden Hoitzma picked up a couple of tenths. We'll see what the times are this time by. 24:31, 24:49. So there's a couple of tenths. And that's how the gap opened. I think Casey Graves is just stalking Cliff Mullins right now. Yeah, did you tell him to get in line behind me? Scotty putting together our trophy image for our July 7th. Next Tuesday night race, actually. So we'll see. That time, Mullins opened up a couple of car links on the exit of turn 2, but now he goes to the high side. And Graves drives it in on the bottom. And Graves got those 2 car links back. Stidham is steadily being reeled in by the 12 of Ross Cato. We're about 8 laps shy of halfway. We've had the one caution on lap 31. Everybody went in and pitted. It puts them weirdly close in the window now. Hoytsma starting to open things up again. He did this on the first run, but he did it a whole lot faster. He built out to about 5.5 seconds before we had the caution. He's out to 1.5 now, but Larch kept him honest for about the first 10 or 12 laps of this run. And now that we're about 23 or 24 laps into it, Hoytsma's still, 24.5. Everybody else is 24.75 and slower. Galen Gidman and Cliff Mullins, 24.76 each. They're the next 2 fastest cars. Gidman's settled into 7th, and he's just kind of hanging around there. Cato got it down to about 6, 7, 8 car lengths, and he has kind of stalled out on Stidham. Just not really getting a whole lot closer here. About the same lap time from those 2 drivers, so the gap will... So here goes Garrett Boyd. Now, I don't know. This pit strategy seems a little foreign to me. He's in. He got rights. He's getting lefts. Trying to split this thing a little different, I guess. I don't know. He's going to lose a couple of laps here. There's Mullins. Mullins runs 3rd. Boyd will come out on fresh tires, and he'll blend in. So he's not that far. He's about 4 seconds behind the leader. He'll be able to probably get one of his laps back pretty quickly. Jonathan Scott also on the pit road. These 2 employing a different strategy. Yeah, let's see how it works out for him. So go back there. Hoytsma is right there coming out of 4, and Boyd is right there. So if he can get one of his laps back before they pit and then pit right behind him, maybe. Needs to get himself to about lap 70, about lap 80 or 82 to make it again. And he should. I mean, he just pitted, so. And I don't think he took tires on his first stop. He goes around a Larch. That puts him in between 1st and 2nd. He's about 3 seconds behind Hoytsma, who is right there. And Hoytsma just consistently running the same lap. He'll lose a 0.5 tenth here or 300ths. He's just really being very smooth. That's Doyle Lawrence, the 88 car. Lawrence currently 13th. He is the last car on the lead lap. That fine-looking Raven Graphics paint scheme. Daniel Llewellyn, Dean Gagliano, Stephen Pearson are all up here. And a little bit of a wad, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Everybody's kind of settling back in. We're about in that same spot where we had caution the last time. There's Mike Forstner. He's ninth. And Kevin Spaulding got into turn 3 just a little bit on the hot side, and I think he scraped a little paint off of his popo. Gidman is still 7th, and he is 8 seconds off the lead. Cato, Stidham, and now Cato, Stidham, Graves, and Mullins are all in a line. Cato's pretty crafty. Somehow he always seems to find his way up to the front at the end. Jumped in late last night into the truck race at Rockingham. Really no honest laps on the setup. Very little. And he managed to pull a podium finish out of that deal because late in the race his strategy came to him. It's 4 seconds from Lucas Hoytsma to Michael Larch. It is another 2.5 seconds to this mess, which is Cliff Mullins, Casey Graves, Kobe Stidham, Ross Cato. And they're allowing Galen Gidman to close up. He's steadily starting to close in on these guys. As the two teammates will now go side by side. Stidham on the bottom by half a car. Up to that 4th spot. We'll see if he can complete the pass. Hard to do here. Throttles it up center corner, and he is going to go right by, and that's going to open things up for Cato to get to the inside. I don't know if that's where you want to be. And I don't think Graves' car was as bad as it looked when Stidham got beside him. And if he can hold that outside, I think he can hold Cato at bay. Kobe Stidham had a notion to try to pass Cliff Mullins right there. The car got a little loose with him coming out of turn 4. And he had to fall back in line. 5 seconds is now the gap. 54 laps to go. Hoytsma passed Lawrence just a couple of laps ago, but he already has driven away. And Ross Cato working around and got by Casey Graves right there. Galen Gidman is coming. Now, yeah, this is Jonathan Scott, who's on a lot fresher tires. He pitted the lap after Garrett Boyd. Garrett Boyd let's see in relation to Hoytsma. He got around him, got one of his laps back. So Boyd 1 lap plus down. Scott is still 2 laps down. Gidman is reeling this bunch in front of him in. Cato got around. Graves has not been able to close in and do anything with Stidham just yet. That time Stidham loose out of the corner, got into the fence, and Cato looks like he'll be able to go by. He is going to pick up a spot. He moves himself to 4th. Well, Stidham's going to fight back on the outside coming off turn 2. Cato just not able to get the power all the way down the middle of the corner on the bottom side, and I think Kobe Stidham is going to keep him pinned over there. And he is going to work right back by. That second line is going to have a lot of momentum. You saw the 12-car wiggle. That's all it took. Doyle Lawrence diving off and heading for pit road here on lap 76. So he's going to be a little short. He'll have a splash and go at the end. He'll get to about lap 120, plus or minus a lap. Hoytsma 6.5 seconds now in front of Michael Larch. Larch is 2.6 seconds ahead of Mullins. Then it's immediately Stidham, Cato, Graves, and Gidman is almost in this now. He's got a lap car between himself and Casey Graves. But there's about 6 of them running pretty close here. Kevin Spaulding still 8th, Forstner 9th, Pearson 10th, Gagliano 11th, and Llewellyn, the last car on the lead lap, he's in 12th. Garrett Boyd is 1 lap down. 13th. Jonathan Scott is 2 laps down. He's kind of in the middle of that 6-car gaggle right there. And then Doyle Lawrence is 2 laps down. He just came out of the pits and he got around Lucas Hoytsma. About 6 more laps, if that. About 4 more laps, and everybody can make it the rest of the way. 83, 84, 85, and you can make it the rest of the way on fuel. Ross Cato once again. He's going to look on the inside of Kobe Stidham in 1 and 2. And just not going to work. You've got to get to the outside. Nobody is working the high side. There goes Michael Larch to pit road. Watch the 4-car. Gives up 2nd place. He is right at the edge of the window right here. He wants to get some fresh shoes on that car and see if he can do something. Trying to close that gap on Lucas Hoytsma. He'll swing around and head for his pit stall. Casey Graves, Galen Gidman now coming on to pit road. Stephen Pearson, Michael Larch, Dean Gagliano is already on pit road. Larch down and away. Lucas Hoytsma dips off and heads for pit road, so your leader on pit road, Kobe Stidham now in charge of the race. And Cato closing. I think Stidham's headed for pit road. Yeah, he dipped off and he is headed for pit road down there. So that puts Ross Cato. Here comes Hoytsma back on track. And there went Cato. So Ross Cato, the only car currently on the lead lap, because he'll get around Kobe Stidham, who is in his pit. And Cato just now coming into pit road. Here comes Hoytsma. He's into 3 and 4. Cato just about to get in his box. He hasn't even made it to his pit box yet. Now slides in there Michael Larch behind Hoytsma. About 5 seconds, about where he went in at. Garrett Boyd is now 3rd, and he'll make another pit stop. He may try to reverse engineer this thing into a podium here tonight. So he's going to be able to run a lot further. Yeah, to about lap 100. So in about 10 to 15 laps, he's going to be able to go get tires and fuel. He may put this thing, he may not. He's there now, but he's going to have to use them tires that try to make up a lot of spots. Casey Graves, Galen Gidman, Cliff Mullins, Kobe Stidham, Ross Cato. So Boyd is third. Everyone behind him is going to move up probably when he pits, and they'll be able to make it to the end of the race. There's Spalding, Forshner, Llewellyn, Pearson, Scott. Jonathan Scott still a lap down, so is Doyle Lawrence. They'll both have to pit again. Garrett Boyd is about to be inhaled by the 0-1 car of Casey Graves. He needs a caution, and he needs it now. He basically needs a caution this lap or the next, or he is cooked. Because Gidman will be the next one. Start putting the king effect on it. So Gidman up to fourth. That's Mullins right behind Boyd, and then Cato's a little ways off that. Stidham right behind him. Hoytsma, meanwhile, has now put Pearson and Llewellyn a lap down. And he doesn't have that far to go to get to this man, the 69 of Mike Forshner. He's got about a straightaway. Whee! Scotty King giving advice to the drivers. Guys, don't take that advice. That's a bad idea. One caution so far, lap 31. We have run 70. We have been through green flag pit stops. The field is spread out. Somebody is going to have to wreck on their own. Doyle Lawrence on pit road. Your points leader, currently a third. About 3 spots ahead of second place Ross Cato. Third place Galen Gidman. Only a spot behind, but Gidman's going to have company. Yeah, he's got all kinds of company. 44 car of Cliff Mullins is there now, and Gidman has moved up. He's running the middle. He is trying not to give up the outside. Ross Cato, about 20 car lengths back. He was good on the long run, so we'll see if he can parlay that, come up through here. Meanwhile, Lucas Hoytsma still clicking off laps 2 to 3 tenths faster than any other car on the racetrack. 5.6 seconds. He gets to start up front, guys. I mean, literally gets to start up front. And as good as he is, as smooth as he is, he keeps the car in clean air a lot. And, well, I mean, he don't really make mistakes. Comes Michael Larch. Casey Graves across the line. There's Galen Gidman. Ross Cato, Cliff Mullins. Kobe Stidham. There's Garrett Boyd, currently 8th. He's going to have to pit here within the next, 3-4 laps. And I think trying to run the race in reverse was a death nail for that driver. Let's see. There's Lucas Hoytsma. There's Mike Forshner. Forshner, 11th currently. The last car on the lead lap. And Forshner is reeling in the 21 car of Garrett Boyd. You can physically see that run out of 2 and Forstner. Right on by. I wouldn't be surprised if 21 hits for pit road here any second. He can't stay out long. I mean, the leader's right there. Plus, he's going to run out of fuel. Ross Cato trying to reel in Mullins, and he has made some inroads. But he gets back on the inside again, and wow. Good run out of turn 2 that time for the 12 car. I thought the 44 car would have all of the momentum, and he didn't have any coming off that corner, and Cato goes right by. And now Cato all over the bumper of Galen Gidman. Fourth and fifth. Gidman to the bottom, Cato to the top, and Cato got a huge run, and he is going to clear Galen Gidman with ease. He is now fourth. He is 2.6 seconds behind Casey Graves. 53 points behind him coming into the night. He'll pick up a point or two in qualifying. He's led a lap, so there's another point. But he needs to start finishing in front of the 01 car if he is going to have a shot at taking away the title. 88 car, he got old farted. Oh, he got a leg cramp. Okay, I get it. I understand. You good, Doyle? You're good, buddy. It was good to see you out here running around, man. And there goes Hoytsma past Forstner in the 69, so we are down to 9 cars on the lead lap. And there's 9th place going by right there. And here comes your leader. 21 laps to go. Yeah, I know there are times like if I'm like now, summer, I have a lot of problems with sweating out all mine, and man, if I'll eat 4 bananas a day and it still isn't doing enough. I still get little mini cramps here and there. Boyd is still out here going. I don't know how long he can go. I do not know how long he can stay out here. He's 2 laps down. He had to have gone and pitted. Did he pit? Yeah, he pitted at the end of lap number 99. We missed it, but he's out here running laps again. He just got around Llewellyn, but he's still a lap down to Llewellyn. He's trying to pass Michael Larch. And he's going to try to use up those tires. But there goes 9th place to a lap down. That's Kevin Spaulding getting passed by the 46 of Hoytsma. Hoytsma, 18 to go. Here comes Larch. Here's Graves. He is quite a ways back. Ross Cato may have to deal with Kobe Stidham late in this one. Well, that's right. I am old, but still. Plus, I've abused this body so badly. It's been an amusement park for 50-odd years. It's never been a temple, ever. Going to be 15 to go the next time by. Hoytsma looking at the back of the 81 of Gagliano. Gagliano, 8th. In scoring right now. And Hoytsma's looking to go back-to-back. Destroyed the field last week at Darlington. And he may not get as far up the running order tonight, but he has put on another clinic on how to get this O'Reilly Auto Parts iRacing B-Class stock car around a speedway. .5 seconds. There's Michael Larch. Casey Cliff Mullins. Is Mullins headed? Oh, he blinked out. I thought he was headed for pit road. I was like, well, that's odd, but okay. Casey Graves still third. Cato, Stidham. And Cato and Stidham are nose to tail. And I don't know if Kobe is just waiting for a mistake out of the 12 or if maybe they've kind of equalized a little bit. Here's Galen Gidman. Galen Gidman, sixth right now. Qualified on the pole, went to the back as he is third in the points coming in and currently up to the sixth spot. Cliff Mullins, Gagliano. Like I said, Gagliano just got lapped. The next one is Kevin Spaulding. He was ninth. He got lapped a few laps ago. Cliff Mullins, whom we lost visual touch with a little bit ago, he's going to be pretty safe. I think he is going to stay on the lead laps. I think we're going to probably end this thing with 7 cars on the lead lap. Hoytsma is just gone. Absolutely out of here. Graves will have 10 laps to make up about 3 seconds. And the lap times between he and Michael Larch, I don't know if he'll get close enough. It's not a big enough gap. It seems like Ross Cato and Kobe Stidham are starting to reel in that 01 car. They've got it down to a second. Coming around, it's going to be 9 to go for these guys. And that gap is shrinking. Cato and Stidham are both quicker by a chunk than Casey Graves. Cato would like to shrink the gap even a little bit more, finish in front of that 01 car. He's got it down there. It's about 3/4 of a second right now. The last time by, he was still 0.2 of a second quicker than the car in front of him. And about 1/10 quicker than the car behind him. 7 to go. We're going to watch this and see if Cato can put himself on the podium. This time by, again, about 0.2 of a second. Now he's got it down to a handful of car lengths with wave lap this time. Hoytsma's already there. Larch is already at the start-finish line. There's Graves. Now he's got a lap car in front. I believe that's the 81 of Gagliano. And that time, it was almost 0.3 of a second, and now Cato is there. What is Graves going to do? He went in the middle. Cato will go to the top. Will he get the run on exit that he needs? He will not. The door will get shut. He's trying to make Cato go to the bottom. He knows it's hard for him to pass on the bottom. Will he get blocked in by the 81 car here? The race for third, and it's heating up. Into turns 3 and 4. Cato off the bottom. He just doesn't have enough exit. And the lap car of Llewellyn trying not to be a big factor, and Graves squirts ahead. And that might be it. I don't know if Cato is going to have anything at all, and he will not now for sure. Llewellyn. White flag for your leader. We're watching the battle for third because Cato got back there. Now to the high side. Does Cato have enough? Can he make the pass here? Coming out of 4. Graves got the car straight this time. White flag for these guys. Let's go watch Hoytsma. He'll come out of 4. He'll go back-to-back and win at Iowa. Larch easily going to come home second. This battle not over. This time Cato's got the inside. Surges it in the middle of the corner. Can he get the throttle down? Get a good exit run. No, he's going to get loose. Graves is going to get third. Cato's going to hang on sideways for fourth. Then Stidham, Gidman, Mullins, Gagliano, Spalding, Forstner, Pearson, Llewellyn, Boyd, Lawrence, Scott, and Hoytsma. And Graves able to hold off Ross Cato right at the very end right there. And Cato was side by side. The car just got away from him. Get ready to talk to our drivers here. Let's see. Do we have a good view? No, we don't have a good view there. Now we got a good view there. There's a good view of the 01 car. Let's get Casey Graves in here. Casey Graves, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
What a finish, man, for a podium.
Yeah.
You guys had to work for it.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a chance I was going to hold on. Just, I don't know. Got kind of lucky there. It caught traffic, and he didn't kind of use them as a pick, but didn't really get to. But I did everything I could to hold Ross off the last corner. He had the better tires.
Yeah, it looked like
away with the third.
It looked like he was going to get you. You got to the lap traffic, and then you got through in the middle, and he couldn't get back to the top and try to get that run. And then at the very end, man, side by side, if he doesn't lose grip, I don't know. It's a drag race, and it's hard to make the call.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a drag race. We both got loose. I mean, we were giving it all we had there out the last corner. Yeah, come away with the third somehow.
Well, a trip back in time a little bit, back to an older version of Iowa, and I know a lot of times you guys get used to running the newer version. What kind of challenges did it pose going back to this older service tonight?
Honestly, I think this one's – I told you this before the race that I like this one better. It's a little bit wider. The surface is a little bit more consistent, I guess, the right term. You don't have all those asphalt patches. I mean, it's a little bit bumpy, but I think, I don't know. I like this version better than the new one, personally. But
well, we say it every week. You guys all spread apart, and then at the end, some group seems to come back together. There for a while on that second run, there was about 6 of you in a line like that right there, and that's not what we're used to seeing. What do you think made all of that possible?
Just some of the guys kind of saved their tires there. I think me and Cliff definitely were going a little bit harder there at the beginning of the run. It was kind of hard to pass the whole night. Like, even coming up through the field, it took me quite a while to get through the pack and up in the top 5. Luckily, when I pitted about a lap before everybody and got clean air and was able to kind of get out and get on my own.
Well, an awesome job, man. Another podium, and you're just barely going to eke out a finish in front of the guy in second, so the points lead may grow by a point or two. Well, they got about 5 races or about 4 races left actually now. So you're going to have to maybe make big mistakes if anybody's going to take this championship away from you.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I think my worst race like a 9th, so I have that to bank on if I do have a bad race. But yeah, I just try to stay consistent. Kind of what I know that's what wins championships. So yeah, you get the wins and all that, but I think those consistent 2nd, 3rd, 4th place runs, trying to get a top 5 every week is definitely the way to points race. Especially when you got to start at the back, it's tough to win starting back there.
Well, another awesome job tonight at podium. Give me shout outs, thank yous. We'll let you go celebrate.
Of course, you for putting this thing on and broadcasting and doing everything you do. Larry, Mike, Scott, Garrett, everybody else here. Putting this awesome league on. Without you guys, couldn't have it. True Southern Florida Women for sponsoring this whole ordeal. BeefOBradys, Edmonds Trophy, Scott, again, Scott King Designs. We didn't have Scott tonight, unfortunately. Where did I seen Scott? So speaking of Scott, he had a pretty good run last night. I saw.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
He did all right. He kept himself out there.
I tuned in for a little bit.
Made a bunch of the laps. Yeah, he's kind of upset with you guys for not racing on Mondays anymore. He's in the chat saying you guys need to come back.
We were watching the $50,000 to win sprint car race last night.
I got you.
Yeah. But yeah. Do we get a bounty next week on Lucas?
Well, it'll be 2 weeks. Next week, you guys need to come run the truck race and represent DSRL in the League v League deal.
I may or may not be here. I'll see at what time I get home.
All right.
I got somewhere I got to be Tuesday evening.
I
might be able to get here in time, but we'll see.
That'd be awesome. We'd love to see you guys. But yeah, we may have to put a bounty. It's back-to-back for him. So the last time somebody did back-to-back, we put a bounty on him. So we may very well put a bounty on the 46 car. We may offer him the back row challenge, too. So you never know.
Give him the back row challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd still be too damn easy for him.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Work a little bit.
He's that good.
I mean, I built the setup for him. He tweaked on it, made it a little bit better, but he was good tonight.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with me, buddy. Hopefully I get to see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, everyone. He finishes in 3rd, hangs on to the points lead. And now, let's move on to the driver of the number 4 car. He got up to the 3rd spot, moved into 2nd, and he really kind of just hung out there all night long. Michael Larch, it's a tall order to ask somebody to go catch the 46.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row, right? I mean, that guy's
he's just
out
quick.
of this world. It's crazy. I thought I was going to get to his bumper, and I was like, if I get to him, I might give him a little tap. But as soon as I got close, it's like he was just on rails. He just set sail, and that was it.
Clicked on the nitrous, and away he went, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how he was doing it. I felt like I was keeping up with him, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, there's a car behind me, and then it's gone.
Well, the guy that finished 3rd tonight said that's 2 in a row. It's time to put a bounty on the 46 car. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. We got to do whatever it takes at this point. I mean, the guy's coming in here and making us look bad. I mean, that just shows how good he is and his talent. But, yeah, we definitely got to do something. We got to step it up or do a little bumper cars or something.
Well, we may do a bounty and offer him a back row challenge or something. I don't know. But, man, tell me, going back to an older version of this racetrack, we raced here, was it the beginning of last season in the newer version? This is a completely different animal when you take away those asphalt patches.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot looser in the run because obviously I like to run a lot of loose setups, but I actually got tight about halfway through, and I kind of just had to ease into the corner, let it roll, and then get back into it. But yeah, it was challenging for sure. I was a little bit worried about pit road entry, so I probably lost a little bit of ground on that because I was taking it easy. But other than that, it was just good, clean racing. That first fuel stint, I got into the back of Kobe. Luckily, we didn't spin out. He was able to keep it straight and gather it back up. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty solid run.
Yeah, it looked like the track rubbered up pretty good. Is that maybe what caused the car to start getting a little bit tight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it had something to do with it. It could have been me driving in it too hard or just trying to get a little bit more speed in the middle of the corner coming off. So there's a number of things that could have resulted from, but definitely added to the tire wear on my right front. But no, it was a good solid night for me and my teammate Dino. He finished 8th, and good run.
Yeah, it looks like second half of the season is kind of when the 4-car starts to find a little momentum and rolling. What we can do next season to get you going earlier?
Not take myself out of the race early on. I seem to do that quite a bit, whether it be spinning out on my own or messing up on pit road. It was a couple of races ago. I forget where we were, but I had it pretty good. I feel like I would have finished in the top 3, top 2, and then I came down pit road, probably stretched it a little bit too much. I ran out going into my box. I couldn't get it restarted to back up into my box. So I guess stop, shooting myself in the foot and finish these things off, and we'll be fine.
Well, an awesome job nonetheless. Top 2 tonight, and that'll help build you some momentum. I know we're off next week. We kind of expect to see all you guys come and run the trucks for the League v League deal.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Me and Dean been talking about it, so I'll show up.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs and thank yous before I let you hop out of here tonight.
Yeah, I guess my my teammate Dean and then my other teammate Trevor Williams, he couldn't make it in tonight. But thanks to those guys, we're always in here kind of bouncing stuff off one another and messing around with these setups. All of our sponsors, True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, everyone else who's involved with this league, all the admins, everyone who runs this, Mike Forrester, you up in the booth, you help out with a lot. You put this thing together, doing the setups for us. Garrett Boyd, Scott King, everyone else who's involved. If I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry, but appreciate all you guys and the hard work.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run, and we'll see you next week, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Michael Larch finishing second, and now back to back, and that's going to trigger, man, and already drivers calling for bounty, and I'm saying maybe back road challenge. So we might offer the back road challenge to this guy, and we may put a bounty on him as well. But Lucas Hoytsma, another clinic, and this time not at Darlington.
Yeah, gotta say this one was a little unexpected. This week I cheated myself a little bit. I took that True Speed setup, and well, she was quick. So Casey and them did good work on that thing. It was ripping. Had to loosen it up though. I was really free out there. I maybe gone a little too loose, but man, it was a blast out here to drive tonight. A lot of green flag racing, another really fun race with all these guys, and yeah, I will be starting at the back next time, because I think I should at this point. Yeah, I feel a little bad about this one, I gotta say. But these guys, I mean, they're not. I'm not trying to put anybody down, because I mean these guys are fast. Michael, he would keep up with me for the first 20-25 laps of the run, and I don't know if his car would just fall off or whatever, but I mean he was with me for a while. And Garrett, if we had a caution at the end there, he was on a good strategy for that. So there was it wasn't fully locked away. There were things that could have happened, but it was a good race for me.
Yeah, we think we may have to put the bounty that as long as you don't get wrecked by another driver, anybody that can beat you, we may have to put a little skin in the game. And then, I don't know, maybe the back row challenge and see if you can come through. It's 2 weeks. We got a couple weeks off because the League v League challenge next week. So come represent DSRL in the trucks next Tuesday night when we take on the Midwest Truck Series guys. But, man, it's fun watching the amount of talent and how smooth and consistent you are. And I'm sure the rest of the drivers are like, yeah, oh, there he goes, driving off again. But I say it, a lot of people have said it, if you're going to be really good at this game, you got to be able to beat some of the really good drivers. And so far, a couple weeks in a row, no one has been able to touch the 46. So, I don't mind the going to the back thing. I'd like to see you drive through the field, but we know what you can do from the front.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I tend to get a little messy when I have to drive through cars, so hopefully I don't cause any problems. But I'm definitely I'll be willing to do that, and I want to do that League v League challenge. Trucks are I feel like I'm a little bit better in the trucks, so I'll definitely come out there and represent DSRL. Hopefully I can do good for it.
Well, make sure that you find all the information here in the Discord when we post it, because it's just going to be a hosted session. I'll have a password, and only the 2 league members' rosters will be invited. I got to ask you, though, how do you feel about Phoenix in the daytime? Because I'm pretty sure in 2 weeks that's where these cars go.
Yeah, not one of my better tracks. Flat tracks. I mean, the last time I went to a flat track in this series was New Hampshire, and I think I finished like 12th. So,
yeah, but you only use the fixed setup from iRacing for that, so I'm like going to put an asterisk beside that.
I would have finished better if I didn't miss my pit box. So I'm going to put that one all on me. I got another screw up coming. I guarantee it.
Well, this would have been 3 in a row if you didn't screw up and miss pit road altogether twice in one night.
Yeah. Don't remind me. That was one of my worst showings ever. Oh, man.
Well, like I said, we expect this. I mean, with an iRating like that and knowing what you're capable of doing, we expect you to come out here and be extremely good, and you have been extremely good several weeks in a row. And that's the kind of talent that we want to see on the track. We just want to challenge that kind of talent to see if, you're just head and shoulders that much better than everybody else, or if, put in a non-advantageous situation, you're about equal. You never know. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And no, you're right. And these guys, they call me Clean Airman because I only seem to do good when I have nobody in front of me. So it's going to be a fun challenge to have to come through everybody and actually race.
Because I got to go out and recruit about 25 more guys and then get you at the back. Now I got a plan.
Put about the AI cars out there.
There we go. Well, man, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous anyway. Another awesome run tonight.
Yeah, just, it sounds like broken record. Thanks again to all the guys who make this happen. True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, you for broadcasting, all the guys who make this series and whole league happen. It's been awesome to be able to race in this the last few weeks. Definitely, I don't know where this has been all my time on iRacing. This is awesome. So definitely really appreciate it, everybody. And hopefully I can, make this a little more fun in the future.
Well, it's been fun regardless, and we're going to give everybody a hard time if they win a whole lot. It's just kind of the way it goes. But make sure that you tell Dave that don't bail so fast. I just wanted to find out what happened to him there. And as soon as I drop him in the channel, he was gone.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he wasn't too pleased with himself after spinning out. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be back, and hopefully he has a better run next time.
All right, man. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with us. Congrats on the win. And I will see you next Tuesday night for the League v League Challenge. And then we can't wait to see what happens when you start at the back at Phoenix in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. See you then.
All right, Lucas. Thank you, buddy. Lucas Hoitzma, he goes back-to-back, and it would have been back-to-back-to-back, except for that gigantic mistake at Road America a couple of weeks ago. If you're going to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we got some great racers in this series, no doubt about it. But that guy right there, he's humbled some guys. And I love having the talent level in the series. Truly, I do. But I got to challenge those guys when they got that much talent to show it in different ways than starting up front and driving away from everybody. So we're going to put him to the back. We may put a little skin on that too. You never know. We're kind of wild around here. We do some funny stuff sometimes. We try to make it a challenge for everybody. But it's a lot of fun. These guys are great. Everybody in here is awesome. One caution. A self-spin. One caution. 125 laps. And this place is very challenging. You heard every one of those drivers say how challenging it is. So that's awesome, and it's a testament to the amount of talent that is in this series. All these guys are fantastic. I wish we had twice this many guys at this talent level. It'd be an amazing series. It'd be really hard to win on any given night. Tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series, about 8:45 Eastern. Make sure that you tune in. You say hi in the chat. If you haven't already, and you're joining us on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, subscribe. You'll know when we go live. Last night for Trovo will be no more Trovo. I don't know if we're going to do the X thing or the Insta thing or any of those because they're just a pain to set up. So we may be back to just streaming on the 3 platforms and leave it at that. But I want to thank all of you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Without you, there's no reason to do it at all. With all the awesome leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis, there's nothing to bring to you. So a high five and a pat on the back to each and every one that is involved, both sides of the coin there. Until we see you again, which we hope is very soon. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Hurry up and come back and see us as soon as you can. Good night, y'all.